Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the quadrilateral security dialogue, that is the Quad, or which is also known as the Quad. And why I'm going to talk about this is because it's in the news recently, because the foreign ministers of all the countries that are in Quad met recently in a meeting wherein they gave joint statements about how the Quad would work. And the joint statements came about from the Quad itself, like why would the Quad set up, and about the security of the Indo-Pacific region. So that would be my key focus today. I'll be talking about basic introduction about Quad, then I'll give a slight description about Quad as well, and then I'll talk about what are China's concerns over Quad, or the concerns on which Quad has raised today, and then also I will be sharing my own opinion about the Quad and what should be India's stand according to me. So with this also I'll add some references at the end from wherein I collect my data. And again, I would like to say this is at your own will. Like, share and subscribe if you feel so. I'm doing it at the starting because in my last video I forgot it and I was informed by someone to, so that's it. And so with the introduction, I'll basically tell you Quad has four countries: India, Japan, Australia, and United States of America. That's of the four countries. The idea of Quad was initiated by Japan in 2007. And what happened then was Australia had good ties with China, and China pressurized Australia that you have to having ties in Quad and it's not good for you and all. And that happened, and they also had some restrictions on coal export. So Australia had to pull out of Quad. So as Australia pulled out, the importance of Quad was reduced. So Quad stayed under the sheets for long 10 years. And Quad was revived again in 2017. And now we are seeing Quad stocks are on table, and that is because China's debt trap policy. Again, there's China's BI, then there's maritime concerns in the Indo-Pacific theater. So because of all that, and as we are seeing, COVID has hastened the situation to an extent wherein all the countries are running fast. I would like to also say about more about USA, the only country of the four countries which is really interested in Quad and is like really alive to get it to a military level. And USA wants to pace up the process more than the other three countries that I would like to mention here. And like what the concerns about China, what are the China's concerns? First thing is BRI. So I'll include a map of BRI. So what BRI is, it's a China's project wherein China wants to control over the trade overall. It's or it is also called as One Belt One Road initiative. And China's debt trap policy, I talk about it in some other video. And then there's other Indo-Pacific theater as well comes in the image. So about security in Indo-Pacific theater, then comes the Malacca Strait, where if China someday becomes a powerful navy and stops other countries from trading, so it could create a huge havoc in the whole world. So that is also a concern. And now, what are the statements? I'd like to conclude the statements in a short. What India's statement was, India's Foreign Minister S.J. Shankar, he said that India respects the international law in Indo-Pacific, and also with that he reiterated that India will have a strategic autonomy, which is again, I would rather say peace. I would rather say a plagiarist statement, because see, that statement is probably putting us out of an alliance in context to the NATO. Like if you consider NATO, how the NATO's alliance is interdependent on one another. As of Quad, like if we judge Quad by what India's statement is, being in Quad, India won't lose its autonomy. So that is about it. And Quad has to be set up because ASEAN countries are too much tied up with China, and they are again too much allied. Then there's trade deficit and they are too much dependent on China. So, and also comes the fact that they can't take up arms against China, so they will have to fight. They will have to like stay with China. So they can't give so open statements, which they are yet trying to. So that is about it too. and Quad is also compared to Asian NATO. So, but it shouldn't be like NATO. That's what I think. So, like I said already, like also I'd be giving my opinion. So this is what that is about. It shouldn't be like NATO, because what's in NATO is if you attack one country, then all the countries have to get in war. So that is extreme situation. When all countries get in war, it's almost a world war. So I don't think Quad should be like that. Quad should have ties. I would rather say there shouldn't be alliances, but there should be partnerships. There should be a friendly environment all around. That's what Quad should be. And Quad, I think India must choose its sides now. India, under the garb of NAM, that's a non-aligned movement, India is really not choosing sides, and that's what is really leading to India's underdeveloped status. Like not that much, not to that extent, but still, that is also a reason. Like if we consider for Japan, Japan has a pact with America, wherein America will, in case Japan goes on a war, America will help it. So that's why Japan has been producing too much on its economy, and there's a huge amount of development in Japan. So that is one. So India too will have to choose sides now. India is coming for non-aligned since a long, and India is not really non-aligned though. But still, India has to choose sides now because the world is certainly going to be divided in bilateral powers, and we are seeing it. It's USA and America, and someday I hope India becomes a power which other country will have to choose. So that was it about today. So in my opinion, Quad must happen, but Quad should also prevent India's strategic economy. So that was about it. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe at your own will.